Hey folks, happy Wednesday, and a happy one it is today. It is absolutely gorgeous outside here in Minnesota, so get out, enjoy the sun, some vitamin D, soak up the Lord's creation. As we continue to shelter at home, keep safe, and help others by staying mostly at home, I've been bringing an extra message to you each week. Recently, we've been looking at some spiritual words that can help you in your spiritual journey. The first one was the word here, where we remembered that God blesses us in the places that we are. And then the second word was thanks, where we remembered the importance of finding gratitude in the difficult situations that we might be in. And the third word was oh. Oh, to help us recapture the awe and amazement of God. Oh, Lord, you are great. God that works in and around and through us each and every day. Last week, our word was sorry. And I encouraged you to think about your relationships, both with God and with others, and to find ways to offer and to receive forgiveness. And so that brings us to today. Our spiritual word for today is help. And who doesn't need help these days? The truth is, though, that the word has some bad connotations. In our country, this idea has been lifted up that only successful people are those who make it to the top on their own, that they don't need or never needed anyone's help. So many people view help in a bad way because of that. We feel that we need to be strong enough to take care of what we need, to have all the answers on our own. But the real crux of the problem is that when we ask for help, we're acknowledging our own weakness. Have you ever gotten one of those screw top jars that are stuck on so tight that you just can't open it? And you can tell that a machine put on that lid, but you're just not strong enough. So you may try to twist it. You'll bang it on the counter. You might even run it under some hot water to try to get the lid to expand until finally you give in and you ask someone for help. In our house, well, I am the one that they come to for that help. But inevitably, they come with their heads down and somewhat sullen. They couldn't do it. Dad, can you just go ahead and take the lid off? They weren't strong enough. But you know what? That's not a problem. We should be able to identify our weaknesses and reach out when we need help the most. Help is not a bad word. Help is not a weak word. Help is actually a word of strength. Help is actually a good word. Help acknowledges that we know where our strength comes from. Now, in my house, when they come to me to twist off that lid on the jar, they recognize that I have strength to assist them. And when it comes to our spiritual lives, we should know where our help comes from. Psalm 121 reminds us that our help comes from the Lord. I'd like you to watch this video to help the message sink in. Okay, so our help is in the Lord. In this quarantine time, it may mean different things to different people, but God is there to help identify some of our needs. We may want to ask a few questions. What do you need? Where do you need help? What are you anxious about? What keeps you up at night? What are your worries? However you're answering these questions today, those are your areas that you need to give back to God. In the church world, we call these types of prayers petitions. It's our asking God for something. Again, I know some people feel weirded out about this, but if you know where the strength and help is and you don't ask for it, well, how does that make you look? The truth is, we find strength in acknowledging our weaknesses. So trust that God will help you through. And if you can only focus on the big things in your life, then focus on those problems and give them over to God. Ask God to help you with your finances. Ask God to help give you patience when you have to deal with people in your home all the time. Ask God to help you see the good in others, even if it's really difficult. Or maybe you're just having a lot of little worries that you're struggling with. Well, ask God for help in those areas as well too. Help is a 4-letter word, but it isn't a dirty word. It's a word of strength, because we know where our strength comes from. It comes from the Lord. Amen? All right, so for some announcements of Presbyterian Church of the Way, our Job Bible study is happening on Friday nights through Zoom. Also next week on Thursday, I'm going to start a brand new class, a Bible 101 class. This is going to be a super beginner basic class for those of you who are interested. It's also going to be on Zoom, so let me know if you want to get in. I'll send you the invite and the link. We're just going to start from the very beginning with the Bible. Worship every weekend continues right here on this YouTube channel. We hope that you are all well, that you're taking care of yourself, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. Friends, you should know we miss seeing you, but we would rather everyone stay safe and healthy and we see each other live and in person when the time is right, rather than seeing you the next time in the next life. Okay, so that's it for now. Remember, friends, wash your hands and say your prayers, because Jesus and germs are everywhere. Peace.